Garden tour, September 22nd, 2025. Oh, it's been a while, but it's been pretty busy, so haven't had a chance to shoot a video. So, you know, it's 5:30, a little after now. It's the first day of fall, September 22nd. So the light's not good right now, but I had a few minutes, so figured I'd shoot a video. This spot right here has been seeded with oats and peas, and I'm gonna let it grow for a month or so, maybe a little bit longer, and then chop it down, create some beds here, and this will be where my garlic goes, you know. And this is like back to where it originally was. These were my first 2 garlic beds right here when I first started this garden in April of 2020. I guess the garlic, yeah, the garlic went in the fall, but anyways, these are my first garlic beds. The last couple of years they've been down at that end of the garden and coming back. Anyways, what have we got in the garden to look at? A lot of stuff. We got, I don't know, it wasn't quite, probably not quite 32 degrees the night before last, but it might have been 33, because the real sensitive stuff took a little bit of a bruising. These beds here, you know, these are my end of season beds. You know, I just jam a bunch of stuff in. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. I've seeded this bed here with lettuce twice, and I've got a few lettuce plants. Didn't quite go as I wanted. I've put in some chard here that I hope takes me up to snow or freezing. Here is some tiny little corn that isn't going to amount to much. Here's some other corn that looks like it as well is probably not going to amount to much. I had some more welded wire, so I kind of, using the tomato trellis over here, I kind of just put a little fenced in area to see if I can end up with some corn that the deer don't eat. And there's some corn in there that's still maturing, but something got in there. It wasn't a deer, because a deer can't get in there. Probably, I don't know, raccoons or something, because some of the corn got knocked down and chewed on. Here is, on the top of this bed is nothing. Here is, a planting of lettuce that took. So if we don't freeze solid here in the next week, I might get some lettuce out of that bed. Here you can see, this is my 3rd planting of green beans. You can see they're not totally dead, but they got toasted here. So, you know, I'm not going to get anything out of that, unfortunately. But, you know, I had some seed, I had a bed, so I just took a chance. That's how it goes sometimes. You can see here, you know, something enjoyed that corn. I didn't get a chance to. You know, that's how corn goes. Just let other people grow it. It's tough. And the animals love it. They can smell it from a long distance. So here's the tomatoes, pretty much toast. There's still some cherries in there. I left them. If we don't freeze solid this next week, maybe I'll get some more out of there. There's a sad husk cherry, which still has some fruit on it, so I'm going to leave it be. It's been producing pretty well. As you can see, the weeds and the grass have got a little out of control. I've had other things going on. I'm trying to buy my own farm, so I've been busy doing paperwork, you know. Also been helping some people with some construction work that they needed done on a house they're trying to move in. So, you know, towards the end of this season, the garden kind of had to take a back seat, unfortunately. But it was very productive. I'm very happy with how it went, especially considering, you know, I've kind of backed off here in the last month. This yellow zucchini is still alive, but you can see it's not a happy camper. So maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get one more fruit out of that. Oh, here's an old bed of radishes, and there was some other summer squash in here that are toasted now. This was bush tomatoes here. Those are basically dead. I got a lot of tomatoes this year, so I'm happy, you know. I'll cut them out soon. I didn't have time today. Look at this giant red amaranth. It's a beautiful plant. I didn't even plant that. I had amaranth in this area somewhere, and it, you know, that's a seed head, that flower on top, so it just drops that, and then, you know, you've got some over there, you've got some over there, we've got some here, we've got some over there. So, probably the same thing will happen next year. Oh, what have we got over here? Marigolds are big and tall and beautiful. This is, oh, I'm not even going to put a number to it, I don't know, my 10th planting of radishes here. I had some basil that I stuck in the middle. Got toasted in the cold the other night. This was my second planting of celery, and there were red onions in here, which I already took. They're at home drying. What do we got? What do we got? Here's another little sad husk cherry. Oh, there's a fruit that looks like it's ready on the ground there. Pretty yummy. It's kind of like a pineapple, cross between a pineapple and a tomato. Pretty yummy. Here is a couple of sad cucumber plants. But I got 3 or 4 cukes off it this week, so I'll leave it be. Let Mother Nature kill it, if that's what's in the cards. Here is some sort of volunteer something squash. It's looks like an acorn squash, I think. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is. I didn't put it there. This is a bed that I seeded carrots in, and the carrots just did not germinate well. You can see there's some carrots in here. Deer have been nibbling on them. Here, yeah, look at this. This okra. Got right up to the line. Not quite frozen. Oh, here's the first, excuse me, the first planting of celery. I'm still pulling celery. This was a combination of celery and leeks. I'm still pulling them out of here every week. Selling some more. This bed here, I don't even remember what this was. Man, it's been a busy season. We've got here, I've put the covers back on because I'm about to call it a night. There's some kale in here, still a few cabbage. There's also kale and chard in that bar cover there. But what I've done here is, this is where my garlic beds were here. Let's see if we can see this without getting sprayed. These were my garlic beds. I had these under cover of tarp. Oh, I don't know. It's been over a month now. Just pulled it back today. Seeded winter rye cover crop in there. And I'm just giving it a watering in. I think it's going to rain tomorrow too, so. But I had a few minutes while I was packing up. I was going to shoot a video, so I figured why not put some water on it. Sunflowers are looking, oh, I'm about to get sprayed. Sunflowers are looking good. Zinnias are looking good. Look at this plant. Look at this flower. That's a beautiful flower. I think that's a painted daisy, I believe is what that is. And hopefully that drops seed and I get some more of that next year, because that's a beautiful flower. Yeah, look at those sunflowers. Beautiful. It's tricky going right now. The water's trying to get me. And I'm just out of reach. So, you know, that's the fall garden. Look at those sunflowers. Let's see if we can get a shot of those with the sun behind them and not get sprayed. So, as you can see, that's the fall garden. It's been a heck of a year. Sold a lot of vegetables. I'm pretty happy with it. So that's about the gist of it.